Hello everyone and welcome in this new episode. My name is Massimiliano Coniglio, I'm an Italian travel photographer, and today I'm in the Dragonfels and we're gonna shoot very nice images. The weather is a bit disappointing, it's cloudy and foggy, but if you come and in Bonn or in Cologne area, I really recommend you this place, during springtime or during summertime, and you're gonna take amazing photos. This place is part of my photo tour in Germany, so if you wish to join me for a photo tour, I'm gonna bring you here and we're gonna shoot great images of these nice landscapes. So I'm gonna try to take some shots with my 70-200 millimeters. It's a new lens, it's a G2 lens, very sharp, very nice, f2.8. Follow me and let's shoot from the Dragonfels. Let's go. And I'm gonna shoot with 70-200 millimeters because I tried with a wide-angle lens, but I think that for this composition a 70-200 millimeter lens works better. Okay guys, so we're gonna try to shoot this nice composition that you can see here. I first try with my 70-200 millimeters to be really into the small islands you see in the background. I'm shooting at ISO 160. Why I don't shoot at ISO 64? Well, as you can see, the weather is not that good. It's foggy, it's cloudy, and I don't want to have a very slow shutter speed, so I increase my ISO up to 160. I think it's a good compromise. f16 to have a very nice depth of field and 1/13 of a second. I'm gonna shoot in bracketing. I want to be sure to have all the dynamic range. Okay guys, before we enter Lightroom, I want to thank you for all your kind support, for all your messages. This is my YouTube channel. You can find all my videos. I try to publish a video every week. And in this channel you will learn all my techniques and my personal workflow about digital editing, especially digital blending and layer masking, how to create a nice dramatic black and white, how to import and export your images in Lightroom and in Photoshop, some secret tips and tricks about photography. Okay guys, so thank you again. We finally reached 800 subscribers. I invite you to share this YouTube channel with your friends on your social networks. Please guys, help me to grow. We're gonna work on many images together. I think it's gonna be fun in the next coming weeks because I'm working on new projects. If you want, you can contact me on my Instagram feed, Massimiliano C Photography, and feel free to tag your best images if you want to have a review. Inside my feed you can find all my latest images from Paris, from Germany, from Italy, from Sweden. Every time I travel, I try to take lots of photos, lots of nice images, and I love to meet new people, new photographers, and share different experiences. For those of you who are planning to visit Germany, I can suggest you my photo tour. I'm planning a photo tour in Cologne and in Bonn. This is my official website, www.massimilianoconiglio.com. Inside my official write you have a section about me, so you can read something about myself, and if you want, you can just write me a mail with your contact details, put the subject photo tour Cologne or Bonn, and you're gonna join me for a great photo tour, and I'm going to show you many nice places in Cologne or in Bonn, and you're going to make great photos. In the section Book Online you find all related informations here, so you can read what I normally teach in my workflow. Okay guys, so let's jump into Lightroom now, and we're gonna create some nice magic in our new photo of today. Let's go! Okay, we are in the develop module of Lightroom, and guys, as you can see, this is the raw file exactly as it was shot during that day. The light is really boring, the raw file is really boring. It was so foggy, so cloudy, you know, there is no interesting light in these images. I shot 3 images, as you can see. The first one that you saw also in the video before. Then I moved a little bit to the right and I shot the second one a little bit more in the middle, and then I shot another one on the right. As you can see, I mean, I was of course in manual mode, so I didn't change any settings between one exposure and the other one. They all have the same settings, ISO 70 millimeters, 1/6 of a second at f16. So if you want to shoot a pano, I recommend you to go in manual mode, you know, you can try to shoot the first photo, and if you like the exposure and the composition, keep those values at the same level. You know, don't change the shutter speed, don't change the ISO, don't change anything. Move a little bit to the right or to the left. Between the first image and the second one, use 25% overlapping. As you can see, I shot the first one and you can see here the river. But in the second one, you can still see the river, you know. Well, consider 25% overlapping between the first image and the second one, and then I shot the third one. How to create a panorama in Lightroom? Well, you're gonna select the 3 images together, right-click, photo merge, and use the option panorama, and Lightroom is going to create a pano out of these images for you. I'm going to put this video in pause because I already created the panorama to speed up the workflow, so let's jump into our pano. Okay, here we have our panorama. As you can see, Lightroom stitched the images together, so now we have a very big file, and we can try to work on this image. Well, what I normally do when the light is so boring, for sure I go black and white, guys. I should work a lot on this image if I want to make the colors pop, you know. But for an easy way, I really recommend you to go black and white when the light is so boring. So what I normally do is I open my basic panel and I go black and white. So we're gonna desaturate this photo. Then I'm gonna open up the shadows just a little bit, maybe plus 40. It's okay, otherwise it's gonna be too foggy. And we're gonna bring down the highlights. We're gonna boost the contrast for this photo quite a lot, maybe up to, I would keep it up to 60. Let's see our white. So I'm gonna move my mouse to the right until I see some dots on my screen, some white dots probably. They should appear. Yeah, here we go, right on the corner. And then I'm gonna go down with my blacks to the left. Maybe not too much with my white, yeah, something like that, maybe around about plus 55. I'm gonna boost my clarity up to 40. Okay, guys? So this is my basic workflow. Then we're gonna jump into lens correction. We're gonna enable the chromatic. We're gonna remove the chromatic aberration, and we should also enable the profile correction in order to remove this vignetting effect caused by the lens itself. We're gonna jump into the details panel. This image was shot at ISO 100, so we have a little bit noise, as you can see here, also because the weather was really bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna boost the luminance up to around about 20, something like that, and the sharpening about, I would keep it probably about 80. I'm working with my laptop, and sometimes it's lagging a little bit, so sorry for that. So we're gonna mask our image, so the mouse to the right until you see those white lines over there, you know. So I think we're gonna use the masking up to 53. I think it's gonna be cool. So we're gonna close the detail, then we have here in Lightroom, in the effect panel, we have a slide called the haze. So with this slide we can remove this haze that we see here in the background. Not too much, maybe a little bit. Let's try. So I'm gonna boost this slide up to maybe, I'm gonna boost maybe up to 20. Yeah, something like that. I think it's gonna be nice. Then I'm gonna crop this image. I want to have the end of the river around about 2/3 here. So let's keep it like that. What else? We're gonna put a little bit vignetting here, a little vignette effect, maybe -6. So I think that's quite okay. And for this image, I'm gonna make the sky even brighter. How? I'm gonna take a linear filter here. So I'm gonna double click on this effect icon in order to reset all the slides here below, and we're gonna drag and drop a gradient filter like that, and boost a little bit the exposure, something like this maybe. Plus, well, I would keep it at the moment, I would say 0.40. I think it's gonna be enough. So I'm gonna put full screen. Well, what I normally do is I go and take a coffee, you know, I go for a walk, then I come back at home and I watch this image. The eyes get used to the change of colors really fast. So I recommend you to have a break and come back after 5-10 minutes and watch this image again. Well, guys, I think that's it. I will probably maybe do some dodge and burn here in this area using our radial filter. We already saw in the past episodes how to use a radial filter. So if you want, you can create like a radial filter over here and maybe boost a little bit the exposure, maybe not too much. You're gonna leave it around about 10, and the clarity as well, to make, yeah, to create a little bit more contrast, you know, in our photo. Okay, this is the final result of our project. As you can see, we have a nice black and white panorama. We started with 3 boring images shot with very bad weather, very boring light. And we created something nice. I mean, I think I'm not going to make a big print of this image, but I think it's very nice panorama that can be used on our social networks. So I recommend you to go black and white when the light is very boring. So guys, I'm gonna put this image full screen. You know, as I said before, just be creative. You can use a little bit dodge and burn technique using the gradient filters, the radial filters, or even the brush tool to create a nice light effect. And today I feel inspired to make it in black and white. Maybe I will try to use different techniques in my next episodes. Okay guys, so thank you for following my work. Please leave a message, share this video with your friends and on your social media. And thank you again, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye, ciao a tutti!